first like kind of task is to forge the an Epstein butterfly, meaning turning like that dark star or seed or the chrysalis something and transforming it into the Epstein butterfly. And then later that Epstein butterfly unfolds like the danza of that soul cycle, which is like introduced by the Amber Goddess, and then like Satori D, like, you know, the drama of me making her blush, and then like ruffling some feathers, like, hey, who the fuck does Satori D think he is? And I'm humble at the beginning, then later I become a DMT assassin, and I try doing crazy things.
It is so good.
We don't know what happens.
No, not yet. We'll see.
So stay tuned to more behind the scenes and what's happening with Satori D.
Because it's going to be good, better than what you can even imagine. It's going to be so good.
Like, those things emerge through our play, right? And I don't really need to know like the full story or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I'm just literally saying like, this thing, like, it's like that bush. Like, I'm like, this thing's cool. I like it, and I keep on doing it until I feel like, oh, that's it. Like, you know, like, I don't even do that many renders anymore, because it like I able to hit the target pretty good now. And so like now it's like piecing puzzles, like piecing. I have the different pieces now, like I can make the puzzle picture, you know, like okay, this goes here, this goes there.
Yeah.
And this part goes there, and why I like it this way, because I don't think, at least for me, like it wouldn't be, because I'm working from the poetics outward. Like, I'm not thinking about like an audience or whatever. I'm thinking about like what it means to me, what I feel about that, and like I'm not thinking like, for instance, the Hanasabi I serious, like, you know, I'm you know, a master or expert at Satori D, but then like, you know, this new thing, and I'm kind of like playing around and this and that until like, then I'm like because I have like tons and tons of threads of like Still the Singularity, Hanasabi serious, you know. I share only a fracture, you know, a fractal of what I've done. And then even at that, like, there's very few too that I'm like, okay, I need to edit that. But that's all to say that, like, you know, when RU randomly hits me up and goes, hey, and it's kind of, he's the same way too, because he like gave me like 6 hours to give him something for that article.
Oh wow, really?
Like, if I wasn't the weird freak that I was, and I had to do it on the spot, that would have been a tall task. But I already had something, and then I just edited it to like be better, and then I sent that. But like, so now, like, you know, what I read, like, now that's like a fully formed like character, you know?
Yes, absolutely.
Like, even how I was reading it, it didn't seem like Satori.
It isn't Satori. It isn't. It isn't. When I've read it, it is a different. It's not even the glitch bard, because I mean, you haven't really developed the glitch bard. Mind you, I suppose you have done the Flute of the Smoking Mirror, so that could sort of. But definitely different. What could I say? Like, sort of aspects of your personality are shown from different angles. It's very interesting the way you put things together in separate. What do you call them? Buckets. Buckets. Yeah, it's very, very, very interesting. Your practice. I was thinking just as you were talking about how you're not a content creator. You're an artist.
Yeah.
And you're producing content, but not as somebody who's following an algorithm to produce content. You're producing art that is something bigger than content in my estimation.
Yeah. And going back to that, I think like that's the stuff that becomes like valuable, but also to like useful and important. Like, you know, like who cares if you make money off of your stupid Pepe thing if like the world's shittier and your life is shittier. Exactly. You have more money, but like you don't have any friends.
Yeah.
You know, like there's like this content creator, and like I don't like go into any of the like the drama or whatever, but like just because recently he got in trouble for saying something inflammatory about, you know, the whole situation, and so then everybody digs through his thing, and then you know he has all this money, he's on his high horse, but like his son like is literally the opposite of like what he like preaches, you know, like he's a quote unquote like far leftist, but like his actual son is a neo-Nazi. So like you know what, like he said all this thing about how bad like these other people are, but like literally your son is that Pepe, that groper, that thing that you're crusading for. You couldn't even like, you know what I mean, like your life, and it's hard to make those values, but for my own estimate, I would think that I would rather have a relationship with my son and have a good life growing together than to have millions of dollars and fame of that show. And they never, you know, that's hindsight, that's my own, you know, projection.
Sure.
But I think that's also like why I feel so comfortable and confident in like what I'm doing. Like I don't care about like, you know, being famous or anything like that. I don't even care about like anyone even perceiving me as a genius or anything like that. What I do care about is like having fun, and then like, you know, like besides, like I do kind of like, you know, amongst my family say that like, you know, now I'm a professional writer because I got paid for writing, which, you know, it's kind of a fun thing to say. But what's more important is that I got a legitimate response back from Aryu when we're doing this creative exchange, and his response was like, "Whoa, your writing's so inspiring." And I forgot what else he said, but I just remember that like sentiment, and I'm like, dude, this guy has like worked with Robert Anton Wilson, with William S. Burroughs, with Terrence McKenna, he gave Douglas Rushkoff his start, like Eric Davis, another guy that I really like right now. He's worked with him when he was like a nobody, and like he said that about my writing. I'm like, oh my god.
You're there.
like fuck buddy, that's what I want.
yes, absolutely.
But you only get there by doing it with the path with heart. Like
That's
I'm almost positive like you can't get there any other way, because I've seen people that the algorithm tells me that they made it, but then anytime I scratch down to the surface, I'll be like, no, you're not doing it. Like it's not what I'm doing. It's not what I'm after. And I don't. I mean, I have people that I like, but like I'm not talking about like politics. Like I don't. That's even why. Like I'm not scared to like use Pepe as the meme or play with it or fucking sever its head if I want to. But like if I'm gonna do it, it's gonna be like such a epic, a spectacular that like even like the people that I'm like really trying to dress down, like I said, will shit their pants and be like, what the fuck is this?
Yes,
that is it.
Yeah.
I want a book to shit his pants.
You do. That's about you.
I don't know.
You don't care.
I'm channeling them in some weird way. I think Cosmic Love wants me to like do something about what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But that's for the history books to decide. Right now, I'm just having too much fun doing that shit.
Yeah, I think the history books are going to decide myself. I think that you've already been recognized. Now the only thing is time. In 30 years' time, when we do this, we'll do Lumina series, season 30. We'll do.
But I've even we'll stop things right here because we never know. But I do honestly believe, because all of my heroes, and that was the main message of the Gulf of Delirium.
Yes.
Is basically being stubborn. Like,
oh wow.
Doing because everybody that was in that panel that gave a talk and then later was on that panel, like when they were doing whatever it is that later became their career, like it was nothing. Like
right.
Oh,
right.
What is virtual reality? Is it a text? No. It's like this thing. You know what I mean? Like they were doing shit like before like anybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like where people didn't even know what the internet was. They're like peer-to-peer networking and like, and so like all of them to a T. Like even with the writers that I like they wanted to do it their way, and it was more about like their artwork and their own eternal blood on the floor poetic development than it was about like making money or whatever. And is when they do turn it into a career and start becoming popular and make money is when they have the most struggles. Like Jack Kerouac literally dies of alcohol, collapsed liver, cirrhosis of the liver at like 40, like 5, I think. I forgot.
Wow, young.
But young. I'm 41.
Oh, bro, no. Yeah.
So he wrote some of like the most inspiring stuff to me that still inspires me to this day, and that he had it better when he was unknown, and that when he got the fame and fortune, like he lost whatever that spark, that disembodied poetics, or it became so much of a struggle that he coped by escaping in alcohol instead of like escaping in the poetics. And like we talk about recovery and health, and once again it's more of I'm concerned about like the framing and the words of it being heard than it is like my own internal process. Like I'm doing it, it's just like I don't want to like I don't like as Satori D. I don't tell people like, oh, I cooked food for LeBron James and I done this and that, right? Whatever. Like those things don't apply. But as far as that, like I get it, because like when I was talking about unconscious tape loops and like struggling and having problems, I was drinking. It was like something that was like a thing because it was like it felt like freedom. It felt like partying with people and all this kind of like stuff. And then later it becomes like this coping mechanism, and then later it becomes this fucking 100-pound gorilla on my back that I had to like fucking kill and put in a black iron prison deep in a dark star somewhere. Satori can live.
Oh yeah, no, I get you 100%. I know it's a very interesting journey, and I think that for me, one of the things that's been so wonderful working with you is that you have so intentionally tried to manifest sort of the highest working out of your own potential as a human being that you can.